welcome or welcome back to Talk with Imade. Oh, he's happy to hear my voice. I'm so happy to be back, and I'm sorry for not announcing the break. It was an unforeseen break. I did not plan the break, but things happened and I just had to take the break. But yeah, I'm back and we are going to be talking about so many important things. We are back stronger and with more energy. And this time I want you to sit tight, fasten your seatbelt, because you're going to be gaining a lot of knowledge from Imade Speaks. And also, there is something that I want you guys to do for me while listening to Imade Speaks. So now that Imade Speaks is back, please, when you're listening to an episode, make sure that you at least drop a comment on that episode. Talk about how the episode went for you. What did you learn? And also, you can share Imade Speaks on your platforms, your social media platforms, just to make sure that other people see Imade Speaks and also they listen. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about something very beneficial to our lives and something that is very important to every human being, every single human being. And that very important thing is money. Yeah, money. Money is a very important part of life. Everybody spends money. The average human being spends money every day. So money is very important. You might not spend cash, but we can use transfers, we can use our ATM and all that. So money is very important. And the sad thing is that everybody spends money, but we do not know about money. We do not. The most interesting thing is that everybody wants to get rich and everybody wants to get wealthy, but most people do not even know anything about how to get wealth. Most people just think that, okay, I must earn money and yeah, it will grow. No, you have to actually have knowledge about money, about your finances, in order for you to be able to build it up, right? So I'm in the process of learning and I want to share what I've learned so far with you people. So yeah, I learned this particular thing I want to share from a meeting that my friend hosted. And yeah, I was so happy that I attended that meeting because I gained this single thing I want to share with you people. So please listen with keen interest because you're going to gain a lot of knowledge. And okay, so I'm going to start with first. There's something called the 70-30 formula. When you get your income, when you earn your money, there is a way to actually divide your income properly to make it beneficial to you and also to help you build more money and help you grow wealth. And the first thing I'll say is the 70-30 formula states that 70% of your income goes to your basic needs. And when I mean basic needs, I mean your food, your clothing, the things that have of topmost priority to you. Okay, so 70% will cover that, and I also think your wants too. That 70% covers everything. The rest 30% is going to be divided into various areas. That's out of that 30% is going to go into savings, right? That savings is later going to be invested, but first you save it. The second 10% out of that 30% will go to charity. Yes, charity. It is very important to give out to the needy, right? Or give out a gift, buy something for someone. That 10%, whatever you want to do for somebody, that 10% goes for it. Then the next 10%, the last 10% out of that 30% goes into the emergency fund. Now, what is the emergency fund? Maybe it's you do not foresee an expense. You do not foresee an expense like for the month, and it just came up. Out of that emergency fund, you can take out of it and pay for whatever you want to pay for that you did not expect. So sometimes there are things that will come up and we didn't really plan for it. Like emergency fund will fill in for that particular purpose. So that is how to divide your income. But okay, so I don't exactly follow that 70-30% rule. Okay, so I recommend 60% for your basic needs, right? 60% for your basic needs and wants. If you're a Christian, you know that you have to pay your tithes, right? So 10% goes for your tithes. That is the 70%. Then the next 10% is going into savings, which you should invest. I want you to know that savings alone cannot help you, all right? When you save, you have to actually invest it for it to be able to yield like a profit out of that investment for you. So investing is a necessity. You have to invest, and there are several places you can invest in. You can invest in mutual funds, you can invest in ETFs. For starters, right? You can invest in stocks, you can invest in real estate if you have enough money to invest. So yeah, so you have to understand that you have to save to invest, okay? So the next 10% is going into charity. That charity is not something you cannot dispute. You have to give out. There's a principle in the Bible that encourages us to actually give out. When you give out, you get it back in return. It's something that stands, like it's just natural. When you give out, you get back in return. So 10% is going into charity. Then the next 10%, the last 10%, and so the last 10% is going into the emergency fund. And I already previously explained what an emergency fund means. It's very necessary because there are some things you not plan for and will come up, and you just have to use it, and you just have to pay for it. So the emergency fund will serve that purpose for you. So that is the formula I learned, and it has actually helped me. I want you to know that, okay, so if you start, you might not be able to start saving like this. You might not be able to start sharing your income like this from the beginning. It might be hard for you. You have been spending 100% of your income for many years, like, so you now want to start bringing out 10% out of that income for savings. You might find it very hard. Not everybody finds it hard, but some people find it hard. So if you find yourself in a place where you find sharing your income like this very hard, what's encouraged for you to do is that you start little, right? You start little. For the savings, you can start by just saving 2%, 3%, 4%. Just start little. Save a little, and when you see that, okay, I've saved this month and it was actually beneficial to me, then the next month you want to save more. You want to save more because you know that, I saved this month, it was better for me. I was able to actually invest it in something good for myself. So you can actually, you see that, you have the morale, you have the boost to actually save more. So that is how you do it. For the emergency fund, you can also save a little. Start small. Before you know, you are even saving more than necessary. Yeah, you are putting in more than necessary you're putting in more than 10%, sorry. You're putting in more than 10% for charity. So it's just something that you learn, right? It's something that you learn. And I want you to also know that reading books on finances can help a lot. Read books on finances. It will help you grow. It will help you become better. It will open your eyes to many things that your peers do not know. So I recommend reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad, right? I've read it and it was really helpful to me. Then I've not really finished this book, but The Psychology of Money can actually help you too. And also The Richest Man in Babylon. Yeah, The Richest Man in Babylon can help you a lot. It's more like a story, and also like it gives you information, basic necessary information about money. So yeah, we have talked a lot about money today, and I really hope you learned something. Don't forget to leave a comment, and also don't forget to share. And also, I will leave a link to my newsletter in the description box. In the description, attached to this podcast, so you can actually check out my newsletter and subscribe for it. It's totally free to subscribe. You get a newsletter from me every single week. So please don't forget to share and don't forget to comment. I will talk to you in the next episode. Bye.